Hello everyone, good afternoon. This is Miss Steph from Triple F Empowerment Inc. I am the executive director and the person who founded it. Yay! And so welcome to our weekly pop-up, ladies and gentlemen. And today's pop-up is going to be centered around vinegar. Yes, vinegar. And so we're actually going to explore very quickly what vinegar does to metal, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so we are doing a quick little pop-up about vinegar and metal, specifically pennies. Now, some of you might be aware that there's a reaction that occurs between copper, okay, a copper penny, it's penny right here, penny right here, penny, and this stuff, just regular vinegar. And so what we're going to do is mix up just a little solution here, just a little simple solution inside of this here cup, okay, salt and vinegar. And we're going to place, okay, a penny, this penny, and a key inside of a salt and vinegar mixture. And this specific mixture is actually kind of special because the mixture, all right, is what we call a solution. And a solution, there we go, I'm gonna mute myself over there. A solution is when you have a liquid and then a solid is dissolved inside of that solution, okay? And it looks almost like it disappears. And in particular, we usually make solutions with water and some type of solid. But today, our liquid is actually going to be vinegar, which by the way does have some water content into it. Anywho, like I was saying, hi, it's Miss Steph, guys. It's nice to be with you here again today, and we are going to have a little quick science fun with penny, an old key, this is not the key to my apartment anymore, vinegar, and some salt. So like I said, this one is pretty quick and pretty simple. Let's take a cup. I've got a cup here. And then I'm going to add, I'm adding some vinegar to it. After I add the vinegar, because again, you just want to see what happens. Okay, I'll show you the setup and then I'll show you my results. All right, sound good? So we have vinegar inside of here, and you'll notice, yes, it does look a lot like water. However, we know better. We know that it is distilled vinegar, also known as white vinegar, but I prefer to call it distilled vinegar. All right, so, and I'm going to pour in some salt. And that's the part that is going to give me a solution, right? A solution is a liquid, typically water-based, but a liquid, and then with the solid dissolved inside of it. Dissolved, meaning it's all mixed up. It's mixed up enough to where it's almost like the solid disappears, okay? So I'm mixing. I put quite a bit of salt inside of there, and it's iodized salt, so there's another chemical inside of there that might not quite dissolve as well. Okay, but see, I've got my mixture there, and I'm going to place inside of here a penny and this end of my key. So we're actually going to let this sit, okay? So for those of you who want to try this at home, you need, let's review very quickly before I show you the results of our quick little pop-up today. And the pop-up today is real quick, guys. It's another 5 minutes, and that's pretty much it, okay? So you need a clear cup or container. You need something metal, preferably a penny because of the copper. And then you can compare it with another type of metal or possibly metal-plated item. I'm using an old key. Notice how I say old. That's important. And I also have some distilled vinegar, distilled white vinegar. Put my cap back on. As well as salt. Once again, a clear container, my metal samples, or my copper samples, really, my copper samples, vinegar, and salt, ladies and gentlemen. And before we move on, I'm going to say my name one more time. I am Stephanie Farmer. I am the founder and executive director of Triple F Empowerment Inc. We run Miss Steph Science Club. We have pop-ups once a week on Wednesday afternoons. And we also have the fabulous Saturday Science with Miss Steph right here at 2:30 p.m. every Saturday. We also have some additional information coming out very shortly for those of you who would like to join us for our first ever virtual science club, right? Virtual summer science club, where you get to have private sessions with me and my assistant, and you will get your very own materials and your shirt and glasses and a lab coat, ladies and gentlemen. So remember to contact me directly if you're interested in information about any of those things. And of course, you can support us at our website, www.tfempowerment.org, as well as several things that I will send in the link below. Now that you know who I am and all that kind of stuff, let's go back to our experiment. Or is it an experiment? Remember, experiments have to have a control and all that kind of whatnot. Did I do that today? No. So that must mean we're doing a demonstration. Now that I have my sample sitting here, I did my setup, salt vinegar solution, and two test items. I've got my penny here. It's a pretty brand spanking new shiny penny, and an old key. So I have another sample just kind of to remind you what things looked like when I put them inside of the solution. And I have some that I placed inside of a similar solution earlier today. So this is what they look like before being placed in the solution. After being placed in the solution, we have very interesting things that have occurred. We have kind of an opposite thing. For one of our samples, it degraded and oxidized and went through a whole nother process, and it looks older. And for another one of the samples, right, because remember we had two things that we tested, and for another sample, we've got something that looks shinier. It looks brand new. Here's my key. Okay, I'm gonna tilt you down slightly. There we go. The beauty of having a tripod. Okay, so there's my key. As you can tell, the key, right? This is what the key used to look like. Several shades lighter, right? Several shades lighter. The key used to look like this, because I got 3 identical keys. Yes, I did. Why? Because I'm a scientist and we compare things to themselves and we don't do apples and oranges. We do oranges and oranges. Okay? And so this is my key that's been sitting for several hours in our salt and vinegar solution, right? And then this is a key that has not been exposed at all. This penny was sitting in the salt and vinegar solution. So the key looks nice and like new and fresh, whereas my penny, right, this is the fresh penny. And then this is the penny that's been sitting inside of the solution. So the penny has started to react. The copper that is in the penny has started to react and change and alter, okay? And so a chemical reaction we know for a fact has occurred. I encourage you to try something like this at home. Make sure you have permission of the person's keys and their coins, folks. Do not just go grabbing people's stuff, okay? But I encourage you to try this at home, maybe with a butter knife and an old key, or maybe with, you can take different coins, okay? Different coins from the American monetary system, or maybe you want to compare between various monetary systems and find out whether or not all coins, all money that jingles, is made out of the same thing. Wouldn't this be an interesting way to test that? To find out if they react chemically the same way to a simple solution of vinegar and salt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's a quick pop-up today. Thank you for joining me. I am Stephanie Farmer. I am the founder and executive director of Triple F Empowerment Inc. Please join us right back here on this coming Saturday at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, 2:30 sharp. Okay, Saturdays are on the dot. And then next Wednesday, around about 3:30, 3:45, I'll pop in with a pop-up. You know that you are welcome to place in the comments below and tell me, hey, Miss Steph, can you explore this topic or that topic? I'm available to do that for you. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.